Hi, this military modeller Paul with an update on my Mark 7 U-boat, and I haven't quite finished it yet. I expect it to be finished by the end of this week and be on the painting stage, but I realised there was a few things that I was missing out on, and I looked at the book and I found some nice photograph of from this particular book. I'll show you quickly. There we go. I'll show you. U-boats, basically. I'm going to show you the whole book later at the end of the film. I'll do a quick clip, but basically the photograph I looked at for the actual bridge development, and this is it. I don't want to knock my model. There we go. All those details you can see. These actually standing on bars that run round a footstep rest, and this footrest are you can see they're actually standing on bits and pieces. So, and I saw that, and if you can see those two tubes that go across the top, I've actually tried to simulate as much as I can. I made a slight hiccup on that, but it still looks the part far better than what it did originally. So there you go. So that's what I've got to detail. So what I've actually done is I've actually applied to all the details you can see here, and I don't know if I can zoom a bit more. You might see. There you go. I've actually simulated all round here with the bars going over top and the footsteps are going round. Little mark, you can see all the extra detail that I placed on it using the photograph, and it's a small bit, and obviously this isn't exactly the same shape as the one that's in everything, so the model is slightly inaccurate in some ways I suppose, but it still looks the part once you've added the extra details. Another thing I had to do, and I'm going to move the just a little bit, is talk about the actual 2cm machine gun or anti-aircraft gun. Basically you can see the base looks a lot smaller, and it is smaller because I actually made a mistake and actually put the wrong one there. I actually used the wrong base for it. So what I did is I actually used a Tamiya micro saw and cut through slowly until I actually took the cut bit off the top of the actual base that I'd glued it to, and then glued the new one on with a photo etch on top. So now it actually looks more accurate and to what it should be. I noticed it on that pitch from one of the photographs in that book I'm going to show you later, is the fact that these bolts were further apart, and on my other one it was too big as well. So now it looks more accurate and it's more to the point. So I'm really pleased that I noticed it, and I've sorted that out straight away. There's another reason why I'm running late as well. So but those details as well. Now another thing I've done is I'm going to try and get onto the periscope now. Let's get it up a bit. There we go. I think you'll notice now that I've got these three little rims of plastic going round. And what is that? Is the actual anti-vibration, so Rich Switcher said, is the anti-vibration on the actual periscope to stop the vibrations, help stop it anyway. And so what I've done is I put the three bead rounds. Took me ages to do that because they're so fine. Once they're in place, now I'm going to run the other bits, the cables that go around. There's about five, or I'm going to go five or four cables that run sort of sloping round, as you can see. And if I can show you, I might be able to show you a picture of that, what I mean in the book. Sorry about this, should have done it. Oh, there it is. And this is what the sort of simple I'm trying to simulate. Whoops. There you go. So there's going to be quite a few little beads running around that. Very fine as well. So I'm going to try and simulate that later. So that was another thing done. Zoom out a bit now. Another thing I've done is the machine, the actual 88. Now I'm going to pull that back and hopefully show you this now. If I go there we go, and put it like that and zoom in. And there's the deck gun completely in its place. Now the only thing I've got to do on that, and I've already built the bits on my photo etch, and I'll show you what I mean, it's the barrel ending bit. See those bits there? That's the clip that goes on the end of the barrel to close it off, and you've got to put a nice thin wire onto it to put it together, so you can see how small it is by what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing now as well, so it's going to take a bit longer. So I'm going to do the periscope and this to finish off the gun. Another thing I've actually added, and I'm going to zoom around and see if I can get it to go. I wished I'd just done it. There you go, and there we go. Oh, you can see that now. If I do that, what I did is I took the actual this particular part, I cut the end off. This is the kit part. I cut the end. One of them was bent, so it was good. Actually no, every time I put it more mortar it just wouldn't go. So I thought, why not use brass rods? So I got the same diameter brass rod, then put the clips from the PE set in place, and I think it looks nice anyway. I've got one in, but I did cut the end off and tried to use that. Didn't work, so I ended up getting a plastic strip the same Pacific plastic card and shaped it to the size I wanted for the same shape and then glued them on to the end. And I think they look quite nice. And there's one at the front end as well. So really things are coming along now. I think I'm going to be finishing off the build by the end of this coming week now, because I've got those little bits to do that, and I know that's going to be a fun. I'll do it. So if I come down all the way down, bring back up and come out. There you go. So that's what she's looking like now. I'm quite pleased as she's coming along, and as I said, I've got just the actual bits to finish off on the periscope. I've got the actual cable that runs round the barrel, and then I'll be having it hanging down. And I think she's coming along lovely, and I'm really pleased so far by adding that extra detail in the bridge. It just gives it that a little bit extra busyness, is what I like to call it. So whether it's not 100% accurate isn't the point. It's to make it look pleasing to the eye, to me, and it does look pleasing to me to see that extra detail there. Could I have done a better job? Possibly. And my next sub, I probably will be able to do that, because I've got a couple more subs to do in the future. The other one is the next one with the actual 3 anti-aircraft guns and no 88 and the 88 at the front, and that's the one with the 37cm in the middle, down here in one big one, the big one, and obviously two doubles of the 2cm guns on the back of the thing. So and it's got torpedo tubes at both ends, so that's a slightly bigger U-boat. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to come back in a couple of minutes showing you that book that I promised you just a minute ago from the overhead cam. And I'm sorry about all the movements and back and forward. I thought it would be quicker to do it this way. So here we go. So I'm just going to sign off for a couple of seconds. See you in a minute. Hi, I'm back with a quick look, and this is the U-boat. It's the Squadron Signal Publications Warships #1, and it's the U-boats in action. Very nice book, good load of good photographs, a really nice picture of the Das boat. I think this is the one with the old Swordfish on. I think so, because that's the one they used in the film. But anyway, that's it. And you can see what I was on about, the bit that goes on the end, and the cable that runs around, just by looking at the picture on there. Nice little book. Anyway, so goes into bits and pieces, just a quick overview. I'm not going to run into details in the book because it is a good one. Goes through and gives you a look at the picture of the cover, explains what it is. U-boat, it's a U-boat 7B, that one. And obviously I'm building the sea, and it goes into, there's some really nice photographs going all the way through. So it's a nice book, and I'm not going to basically lay to, but there you go. There's the one I'm actually going to be building, which is 522, and you can see it coming in. And as I was saying earlier on, the flag on the back basically was lifted in and lifting out. Because I've noticed that another photograph of this somewhere else that's actually showing this, and it's actually has not got it there at all. So the flag actually moves, and the bell, I haven't seen the bell on many photographs at all as well, even when it was in port. So I'm not going to put the bell on it. I know it can be attached at some point, and it carries on quite a few. It gives you a basic class all the way through, right up to all the way up through to the Type 23. You can see how small the Type 23 was. These are all 7 scale pictures. These are, but the point is, I've actually got that in 1/35. And I just looked at it today. So that was quite nice. And I've got that one, the Type 9, and that's the Type 9 with the actual, as I said, more anti-aircraft guns. But this one basically has got guns on either side. So, but mine is a Type 9, but it's not. It's a Type. It's a Type 9C. 40, 1940, or is it 41? I think it's 40. So there you go. So you've got loads of pictures here all the way through. Really nice, and nice pictures of U-boats there again all the way through. And another one. There's so many good, I mean I could spend ages on it, but it just gives you an idea of what's in the book, so you can actually say, well, oh, I'm going to get that. But there you go. Pictures, U-boats come on to different pictures of the bridges. It gives you a good idea basically, and that's what I noticed straight away. If you look at that, and it's similar to the one, it's on the Type 7 as well, is very small and the bolts are wide apart, and it's more flush with the deck, and that's what I've got now. So I've actually cut it, and that was not the instructions in the model's fault. That was purely my fault when I made that correction. Going round through, going through over. put a few more pictures, bits and pieces. A good look down on the old 88 from above, and it gives you an idea on the old tackle. These are made of wood, and tackle goes down to a pulley and it goes straight down to the front. There you go, for that's basically masting. And nice picture of a torpedo being loaded, and there we go, another good look at it. It gives you an idea of colouring, because obviously the top and this gun is the same, but these pads are actually in sort of a blacky, sort of a charcoaly black colours. And all the wheels you can see that I've got on my model now, which is quite nice, and a bit close up of the actual. I can do that. I don't know. No, it's not going to make a difference. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Anyway, well, look, it's coming down because I've got the light above it, and it gives you an idea of the actual sighting, which you get on the actual kit. It's basically up back here. You can see those on my gun as well. There's the picture I use for my getting my details. Now, the tower seems a lot taller in the actual real wear at Submarine, so basically on my one it doesn't quite get up to the height that it is, and I think that's a slight mistake. If I had known about that, I'd have possibly altered it, but at the end of the day, it's a good rendition of it, and that's all that matters. And there's my basic of the wires I'm going to attempt to do later today, or most probably Monday or Tuesday. So, but I've got to cut the wires and I've got to make it, and I might be using magic line for that, or stretch sprue might be another way. But there you go, and carried on. As you can see now, I don't know if you can see on that picture there. You can't, because I can see it and you can't. So if I come down and then come across, can you see that big lump there? And you can see the aerial the actual flag sticks into it, and it doesn't come down any further. And so, and I've noticed on quite a few of the photographs that's what it is. So I've actually done that on mine. I've got a little small tube on super glued on the back. So that was good. A nice picture of it. That's come up slightly. Sorry, I'm not lingering on too much. I don't want the video to be too long, but it basically gives you an overview of what's inside and the top view. It's a really nice one. It gives you an idea of the actual blocks how many blocks you're going to use, which will be my last thing I've done after painting. Another picture of the bridges, different castles. We can see again over there on that area. I don't know if you can see it, but basically it is sticked into a tube. And the railings, if I'd known, I could have made it. I would have took a lot of time to make it up, but I have thinned them down a bit, so they look the part. That's all that matters. There you go. And then we've got some colour drawings, quite nice. Sorry about the actual shine on that. I don't know if I can get rid of it completely. Turn this one off. Yeah, you can get rid of it, some of it, but not all of it, can you? But anyway, so there you go. She looks a bit better like that. But that's the one I'm doing actually. That's 522 in 1943. So that'd be the one I'll actually be doing. And again, gives you a good rendition of the blocks. And over this side, some later ones. Good photographs. Anyway, but if I just flick through, you'll get an idea. And there's another nice photograph, because if you can look closely on there, you can see the flag stuck in there. But look, you can see there's a tube there behind there, which actually sticks in. So that's why I went for it in the end, because I noticed it was on quite a few of the subs. It wasn't actually permanently put there. Yep, later ones. Later ones where they actually had the new radio system put in there. So, and these now we're getting to some of the later boats where they actually have the two double 2cm guns and then the single 35 anti-aircraft gun down the bottom. So, and that's the C42. But I'm doing the actual 1940 version, which is a bit early, but the same, more or less the same configuration. There you go. So it carries on all the way through, and there's some nice pictures of U-boats. There you go. I'm just flicking. Sorry about this, but I just can't see the point. And there's a nice picture there of the actual how it's rigged in. It's a nice one. But this is for a later boat anyway, it's a Mark 9. But there you go. The mine lane one had their bits on the back for dropping mines. Later it was used for stores and putting torpedoes in, as well as spare torpedoes, because they can actually load them on the submarine themselves. And that one. A supply sub. It looks like a pregnant whale, but that's what it is, because it's actually a supply sub. So there you go. And Carrying on. Type 21, and then the Type 23, which is the model I've got. And basically it's only got 2 torpedo tubes, and it can only carry 2 torpedoes, but it was a coastal submarine, and they was in operations around the English coast, and one of them was successful. I think they did eventually sink at least 2 or 3 ships with it, so it was successful for the short period it was in service. There you go, so that'd be it, and it gets to the end, and obviously it gives you a bit of what else they do, armour and stuff, and then you get a nice little picture on the back. So there she is. That's a quick look through the boat. I'm sorry about how quick it was, but hopefully that'll be okay. I'll put my light back on now. There you go. It's a good book to have for the details. It gives you a good idea. It's not in colour because the photographs weren't in colour, but it looks nice, and I think it's a perfect mate to have that. I have got another book, a 3D one, which is this one, which again it was useful. It's got line drawings. A very useful book, and different bridges, because these are all the earlier ones. Gives you a nice idea what to go, and there you go. It's a nice rendition of that. And the cable's going up round. So there you go then. So that was it. A quick look round through the book as well, and I'll catch you on the next one. And thank you for watching. See you later. Happy modelling. Bye.